my setup, I've been hearing it a lot from everybody, and it's not news to me. I've known all along that I've had some pretty severe audio issues. A part of that is a function of, I was actually trying to improve my microphone. Right now I'm using this little Yeti. It's not a great mic, but, it gets the job done. I was switching to using some lavalier mics, so I would not encounter the issues that I was having before with respects to me, like, I move around a lot. Like, I sway, I'm back over here, I'm back over there, and that fucks with the audio in a sense. And then I was trying to experiment with using a noise gate, and the noise gate, even at its least aggressive, was like, my voice doesn't do well with noise gates. I don't know, maybe there's too much, maybe it's too low, maybe there's too much bass in there. I'm not really sure what the issue is, but noise gates aren't very friendly with me, and especially if I'm using like this stationary mic where I'm moving all around all over the place. That's just hell for a noise gate. So I was trying to eliminate that as a variable by having a lav mic just attached to me. So I had an audio interface that Justin very graciously donated to me, and of course, as soon as I plopped that piece of tech into my delicate ecosystem, all sorts of things started going wrong. Like, the audio from the desktop wasn't always coming in. The audio from the mics were iffy. Like, sometimes my mic would be loud and clear, and his mic would be nothing, or his mic would be loud and clear, and my mic would be nothing. It actually even started causing issues with the video. Like, I noticed that for whatever reason, that having that interface plugged into my computer was causing issues with my camera. So every now and then my camera would just freeze, and I'd have to go into Streamlabs and do a disconnect and reconnect on it. So far, that hasn't happened. The video quality's been going strong with no interruptions for some time now. So yeah, like, dropping that piece of hardware into my ecosystem really screwed me up. I do still want to get a mixer, and I want to do the audio the right way. I want to get a better mic than this one, whether it's lav or another condenser mic or some other kind of thing. I don't know. Something will take the place of this Yeti at some point in the future. But for now, going back in reverse, my setup has kind of given me some semblance of stability with respects to my audio and whatnot. So that is where that's at. Apparently Tesla has to pay a black ex-employee $137 million for racist abuse. Oof. I mean, for Tesla, $137 million is nothing, but I'm just gonna watch this video so I can get some understanding on what the issue here is.
We're hearing from a former Tesla employee who sued and won a discrimination lawsuit against the automaker. ABC News reporter Rebecca Jarvis has more on the racial abuse he endured.
We just want to be treated and seen as equal human beings.
This morning, a former Tesla contract worker speaking out after a San Francisco federal court decided the electric car maker must pay him $137 million over claims he suffered racist abuse at the company. Owen Diaz, who was hired through a staffing agency in 2015 as an elevator operator at Tesla's factory in Fremont, told the court he faced a hostile work environment where employees drew swastikas and racist graffiti on bathroom stalls, where coworkers told him to go back to Africa.
Okay, that's kind of common.
Were heard routinely. Diaz says nothing was done to stop it, quitting after roughly 1 year on the job and ultimately suing.
They decided not to follow through. They decided to kill investigations.
It's honestly not terribly surprising to find that Tesla bros are like, white supremacists and crazy, neo-Nazis and whatnot, if those allegations turned out to be true. It looks like he won this lawsuit. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like this was an out-of-court settlement, so I'm guessing there must have been something that substantiated those claims. But yeah, it's not the most shocking thing in the world to you get that element from the Tesla dudes.
Treating workers like this.
Now, Tesla, whose founder and CEO is Elon Musk.
By the way, Elon Musk announced, I don't know if this was today or yesterday, but I guess he's officially moving Tesla's headquarters to Texas. I don't know if this is going to be Austin or not. I guess in part of his statement, he was saying that the reason why they're making the move is because it's not easy to expand your real estate in where is he at? Is he Palo Alto or something like that? Which that makes 1,000% perfect sense, and there's plenty of especially if he's moving to I think this was maybe it's not Austin, maybe he's going down to South Texas where his SpaceX facilities are. If his headquarters are going to be way down there, then yeah, he's got all the land in the world to expand as much as he wants, and not really run up against anything that's going to push back against him. Austin's a little different. You pretty much have 3 areas of Austin to contend with. You have North Austin, East Austin, and South Austin. West Austin's a no-go completely because it's mostly hills, lakes, and the richest people in Texas that live out, in West Austin. So, like, development's a no-go. Development of any sort is a no-go out there. It's amazing how they get to have that level of determination. Just like, nope, we're going to freeze this entire section of the city in time because we want it to be that way. And so all of the development around the Austin area either goes north, south, or east. And there's plenty of land around those areas too, depending on, how far out from the Austin metro area he wants to plop down his headquarters. But, I mean, I'm guessing maybe he's going to, I don't know, maybe I should just look up that article and see. Okay, so he is moving his headquarters to Austin. The electric car maker Tesla is moving his headquarters to Austin. Okay. Our factory is 5 minutes from the airport, 15 from downtown. We're going to make... Okay, so then, yeah, it sounds like... If it's 5 minutes from the airport, it sounds like he's going to be way out southeast. Oh, hi, Rhea. Welcome. I'm doing the stream on YouTube now. Like, this is a whole weird new thing. Anyways, yeah, so I guess we've got a Tesla headquarters to look forward to in Austin. Musk also disclosed he was in Austin during the February winter storm. What? I was actually in a house with no electric, no power, no heating, no internet. Couldn't actually even go to a food store. That went on several days. Yeah, that sucked. That was awful. What? So he was hanging out in Austin during all that and was like, this seems like a great place. This zero infrastructure stability seems like a great place to bring my headquarters. Although I guess maybe he's used to dealing with that in California too anyways with all those wildfires.
Has $130 million in punitive damages and $7 million in emotional distress. An unprecedented amount for racial discrimination cases.
A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. They have to either choose to take the abuse that these billion-dollar companies are putting out or feed their families.
In an internal email to employees Monday following the verdict posted on the company's website, Tesla's VP of People writing, although the facts they have of the case don't justify the verdict reached by the jury in San Francisco, we do recognize that in 2015 and 2016, we were not perfect. We're still not perfect, but we have come a long way from 5 years ago.
Hopefully it will make them change and make other companies change and realize racist conduct has no place in the workplace.
This is not the first time Tesla is facing claims of a hostile and racist work environment. The company is currently facing a pending civil rights class action lawsuit brought by employees in 2017. Tesla denies those claims. Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
All right, $137 million payout. Well, that ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing. Now, this is something that I've actually been interested in hearing about. I remember briefly seeing an article many months ago, about DeepSea mining for battery materials, and I didn't really delve too into it because it was kind of, a passing thing that I looked at, but I came across this video, so I decided maybe I'll give it a watch on stream. Like, that's one thing that doesn't get talked about a lot, and I know that, like, personally, I'm a big proponent of moving to green energy, et cetera, and everything that comes with that, but one of the issues that people kind of gloss over when talking about this sort of thing is that the materials that you need in order to produce all of these batteries and solar panels and whatnot, the need of those materials isn't really any different than the need of the materials that you're pulling from the earth isn't really different than the need of the materials you're pulling from the earth with respect to like fossil fuels and whatnot. Now, the zero emission element of it is definitely very helpful. Like, I'm not saying that there's no difference between fossil fuels and green energy, but if you think that moving to green energy means that we're going to disconnect ourselves from the geopolitical ramifications of having to go into a country that's rich in resources that we need for our energy infrastructure, our energy industry, then you may want to rethink that. I think that it will be swapping out one master for another, to be perfectly honest with you. And if deep sea mining is one way to kind of curtail even a little bit of the potentiality for that outcome, then great, I'm for it. Even though also the idea of deep sea mining terrifies the hell out of me. I mentioned in my Lovecraft video that I have a fear of the sea, a deep fear of the ocean, and all the terrors that lurk beneath. And then I think about stuff like Pacific Rim, where it was that crack in the ocean bed that opened up the dimension where the kaijus came from. Like, this all seems rife for a sci-fi tragedy just waiting to happen. But let's see if this guy comes to the same determination.
A shift to a world that's no longer powered by fossil fuels likely means we're going to rely more on batteries and the metals that make them. Because land-based sources of these metals can meet the demand of a battery-powered world, private companies have turned their attention to the ocean floor. But mining the murky depths may come with a greater cost to the planet than it's worth.
That is a weird-looking dude.
Doesn't have a perfect record. It comes with a long list of environmental and human rights abuses, including pollution and child labor. All this to dig up raw materials like nickel, manganese, and cobalt that are necessary for our lithium-ion batteries. Some strategies for a carbon-free future depend on making these batteries in much larger numbers and using them as a power source for electric cars or a storage method for electricity generated by renewables. But another source of these materials could lie at the bottom of the ocean. Potato-sized lumps called polymetallic nodules are rich in manganese, copper, cobalt, nickel, and other precious metals. And they're found in abundance in some areas like the Clarion-Clipperton Zone that stretches from Hawaii to
What is this?
In this one area alone,
okay, that's less scary.
CCZ, nodules contain more nickel and cobalt than in all known land-based sources.
What the fuck is that? Oh my god, what is that?
There are a few reasons why we haven't scooped up those tempting little sea nuggets. One of them is technological. Between us and them, there is a literal ocean. And getting to them is not a matter of just distance, but pressure too. The deep sea is usually defined as the water 200 meters below the surface and beyond. Every 10 meters underwater adds another atmosphere worth of pressure, and these nodules are often found below 3,000 meters. That means the machines that harvest them would have to withstand more than 300 times more pressure than you or I feel walking around on the surface. The expense and engineering that would go into a seafloor harvesting operation has long deterred anything beyond small-scale exploration. But after decades of testing, the technology to mine the ocean floor looks like it's maturing and ready for large-scale use. For example, one company, Nautilus Minerals, has developed this trio of machines. Two of them are for crushing up ore before the third collects it, mixes it with seawater, and sends it to a pump that lifts the slurry to vessels on the surface. The other thing standing in the way of deep-sea mining is a lack of a legal framework. Nodule-rich areas like the CCZ are in international waters. A United Nations chartered organization called the International Seabed Authority, or ISA, has been working with 167 member states and the European Union to hammer out the rules and best practices for deep-sea mining. They could agree on terms by 2021. In the past decade, though, the ISA has issued almost 30 exploratory licenses, but once the rules are finalized, operations could ramp up to an industrial scale. As companies gear up to mine the ocean, many scientists that study the ocean depths warn that mining could be environmentally devastating. Just how devastating, we don't really know yet. Because of that intense pressure at the seafloor, it's the most poorly understood ecosystem on Earth. Scientists didn't even think it could support much life beyond a few scavengers until 1977. when the first ecosystem around a hydrothermal vent was discovered almost 2.5 kilometers down. Even today, marine biologists think we've only found a tiny fraction of the life that lives in the deep. Mining could wipe out organisms before we've had the chance to discover them, like microbes that have possible uses in medicine. Many microbes actually live on polymetallic nodules, which can take over 10 million years to form. So once they're extracted, that habitat isn't coming back. The waste slurry that's dumped back into the ocean once ore is extracted could also be a hazard. If it's dumped high up in the water column, it could possibly drift for hundreds of kilometers and disrupt ecosystems far removed from the mining site. And the site itself could be scarred for years. In 1989, scientists simulated a mining operation by dragging plows across the sea floor, and nearly 3 decades later, the tracks are still there, and the microbe and animal populations haven't fully recovered. Some of those bacteria absorb carbon from the environment, so mining operations could set back some of the efforts to go green. It's an uncomfortable dilemma. Mining on land has a lot of known negatives, but the impacts of deep-sea mining are unknown and potentially huge. A future where carbon emissions are under control could depend on having enough of these resources, but who knows what irreversible harm we could do getting them. Fortunately, we're getting better at recycling these metals, and other energy storage solutions do exist besides lithium-ion batteries. Maybe a healthy, sustainable energy future is within our reach, but it's going to require informed people making decisions and caring about
well then we're fucked then. We're fucked.
We'll never see. Polymetallic nodules form as dissolved metals build up on organic materials, and they often form around ancient shark teeth. If you want an idea of just how much remains undiscovered in the ocean, check out Marin's video on 200,000 new viruses scientists didn't know existed here. Thanks for watching.
God.
Be sure to subscribe.
That sounds terrifying. I don't want to watch that. I mean, that was a good video. It was interesting, and it just kind of instilled a little bit of bleakness into the situation. Like, damn, I don't want to destroy an oceanic ecosystem just trying to get to some, battery materials. And that if we do like a full-scale mass ocean mining operation, we aren't going to do it the right way. We're definitely going to, cut every corner we possibly can and completely pollute everything that we can pollute along the way. So I don't know. It doesn't sound like it's like the risk may outweigh the reward on that one, particularly if there are other avenues of non-lithium battery type energy storage. So I guess we'll just see where it goes from there. But all right, the world's cheapest new EV, first drive. So when I watch these EV videos and I talk about EVs, one of the things I always talk about is how expensive EVs actually are. And they are getting cheaper to some degree. Some of them are, like the Teslas are for certain. Although I did see an article about how they're jacking up the prices of Teslas again. So who knows what direction that's going to go in. But I did come across this article here. And I think I'm going to watch this video and see what the world's... I guess he ordered this off of Alibaba, which is weird. It's a truck that he unboxed. What does this even mean? He unboxed a truck? Unboxing the world's cheapest new car reveals it's so much better than you think.
Hey everybody, it's me, Jason Torchinsky for Jalopnik, and of course I've had a dream, and that was the dream of ordering the cheapest car, the cheapest new car in the world you can buy online from the website Alibaba, and I did it. It took a lot of time to get here, a lot of customs crap, and the car that started at $930 ended up, by the time you factored in customs and everything, over $3,000. But it's still the cheapest new car you can...
$930 is shocking, to me at least. For any kind of car, let alone an EV, even if it is a tiny little walnut, $3,000 after customs and shipping, that sounds right.
And right now we're going to unbox it for the first time, and I'm really excited. Now we did have to open it a little when we moved it here to get it and open up, but I promise you we haven't really looked at anything, so this is really the first reveal and unboxing of the cheapest new car in the world. So let's dig in. Tear off and see what we've got. Already I'm excited because it's metal, not plastic like I assumed. Of course, it's got amazing graphics that say things like fashion for some reason here. And you can see the whole name, Shanghai Electric Vehicle energy saving and environmental protection. And for some reason on the running board it says, hey man. Bumpers came separately and a roof rack. A little more shipping damage there. I'll be sure to complain. Let's see if we can open this door.
I mean, dude, they shipped a car to you from China.
Look at this. Oh, let's see what else we got. Holy crap. Oh, it's like a spoiler with a third brake light. Okay, so we get a spare tire. Ooh, an electric air pump. Got a back seat. Amazingly, not only is there a back seat, but there is a little bit of cargo room back here. I mean, not a lot, but some. Let's see what's inside here. This is what you get with an Alibaba car. There's a, what is this? This is a, oh, the mirrors. These are the side mirrors.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, if they tried to ship it with those mirrors attached, they definitely would have broken off.
Oh, my beautiful side mirrors. All right, they're still okay. But they even have, I think, a fake indicator thing there. All right, so we got side mirrors. Oh, and in the back seat. Oh, look, we've got, I guess, the owner's manual. And these are ultimate. They don't have a 4-door version. And whatever that is, the warranty card, maybe? I don't know. We'll figure out. We'll use Google Translate. There's the air pump. You've got a spare tire. Also, these tires and wheels are way better than they ought to be. This is, like, not bad at all. Oh, and this box, I bet, this bag, I bet has the charging.
This guy is just wielding that razor very precariously. I'm just imagining a terrible accident happening.
For the tire changing? Holy crap. Wow, in a little bag. That's really great.
Dude, the razor. Fucking put it away. This guy is fucking excited. He is amped. I guess I would be too. It's kind of cool. I kind of want to...
Tire kit. Looks like we can peel off this little step. Oh, it's chrome. And it's got a fake Continental tire thing, but I wonder...
It fits.
I think it can actually mount inside the door.
That's kind of cool. Are there screws for mounting it?
Fantastic already. I'm super excited. That's the amazing thing. It sounds even pretty good when you slam it. I think we want to see what the... Let's see the interior. I'm just going to tear it.
I don't know if it's just this guy's enthusiasm, but I'm starting to get amped about this little thing.
Oh my god.
I'm feeling it. I doubt I would ever fit in it. Damn, you gotta put on your own bumpers. I mean, that's...
They understand I'm an American.
If it's easy to put them on and take them off, then that's cool, man. Maybe you could have an aftermarket bumper kit. It's got a lot of headroom, it looks like. Maybe I could... Actually, you know what? Maybe I could fit in this thing. Wait, can you push the chair back?
You probably could fit 2 up here if you really wanted to. It's actually... Okay, and also... The quality is way better than you would expect for something that has a base price of $900. There's a headliner. There's, oh my, look. So this is a roof fan system. 2 separate controls, 2 separate fans.
You know, I didn't even think about that. If there's no AC in this, then this is a no-go for Texas.
It's got like a little sunroof vent thingy that opens up on top. Whoa, that's nice. How do I get it back down? I don't know, I'll have to figure all this stuff out. Oh wait, is this a release?
Dude, I'm about to pop open Alibaba and fucking throw down on this thing.
No seatbelts, but I can't say I'm shocked. No seatbelts.
If I lived in like a tiny compact city, I would definitely get one of these things.
This is kind of amazing. And look, there's like a special grip plate. Look at that interesting brake pedal too.
Looks like a go-kart.
So much better than I thought it would be. Honestly, I was picturing something that would be like porta potty grade plastic and just feel like crap. Like you've been in a GEM, another low-speed American electric vehicle. I don't necessarily think it's any better than the interior of this. This kind of feels better. For something cheaper than a golf cart, and I want to make that abundantly clear. This is less than half the cost of most golf carts. It is so much better. It's got wipers, lights. Let's check around the front. I'm going to pop the hood. The fact that it even has a hood. Let's see if the batteries are up there.
Yeah, who can work on this car if something happens to it, though? I hope they have a very extensive, like, maintenance manual with it.
Yeah. Hardboard. Oh my god. So good.
That's a cool looking front, man. I like that grill. And the aggressive headlamps. It looks like eyes that are like mean mugging. It's like a little mean mug. I love this car. It has like a little mean mugging It's like a little hedgehog or some bulbous little...
Trunk, although it has no bottom, exactly. I'm astounded, to be honest. Like, this is way, way better than I thought it would be. So this, it's all metal. I would have guessed this would be plastic, too. How are they stamping this kind of complicated metal for so cheap? Side marker?
You don't want to know, dude. You don't want to know the cost of the construction of this car, I'm sure.
Overall dash shot. This is so far beyond golf cart quality. Now we're going to charge it up, and we should be able to drive it. We'll have to figure out how long to charge it. Oh, and here, yeah, here's the seat release. Yeah, there we go. So you can fold the seat forward, back. Nice e-brake. I mean, none of these things look super cool.
Are there seat belts? It doesn't even look like there's seat belts on that thing.
Oh yeah, more to come, so thanks for watching.
Alright, I'm amped. Let's look at this driving test now.
Okay, even though there's basically a torrential downpour happening all around us, we can't wait. So we're going to try starting up the Changli and seeing what it does, and I guess we'll just try driving it in the rain, because it's a car.
Oh god, that's a fucking terrifying first drive.
And we see the dash comes on here. It looks like the battery charge is full. Okay, so now let's just look at all the stuff. So there's a screen.
Take the
here,
plastic
I'm not
off
sure
the
about
things,
DeepSea.
dude.
And I noticed there's over here. It says there's a MP3 FM player, and I'm going to tune it. American radio.
No, what did you think you were gonna?
Off the radio for now. Lights, wipers, which we're definitely gonna need the wipers, so we'll use the wipers. It looks like the wipers don't self-park, you just stop them. We got our lights here. Oh, our turn signals. Left. Our right signal. So we got turn signals at work. And I'm gonna put my foot on the brake. I think this is the gear shifter. Oh wait, actually this is fan. Now what's interesting, this is like a defroster fan, but up here is two fresh air fans up here that actually can be turned on independently with these little switches here. Tiny ass little switches. Of course we have our own light there. Alright, so let's see. So I think I know what this is gonna be. I'm gonna put this, okay, that's forward, neutral. Look, it's got a rear view camera. How is this possible in a $900 car to be able to include
Dude, cameras are cheap.
Camera. I mean, I guess everything's color now, but still.
You can film.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's film David on the rear view camera so you all know it's real. There he is. Adjust rear view camera.
Great
Or
great
regular
focus
camera.
there.
That's amazing.
Great
Of course, it
focus.
has a beeper, which is pretty annoying. All right, so I think we should try to drive this. And we also, David and I installed the bumpers in the roof rack. The roof rack has its own lights. It's raining out, so we'll turn on the lights, and you can see the roof rack lights are there.
Oh man, that
All right,
looks
let's
like
see it go. Oh, it's working! Holy shit! Holy shit, it's alive! How far have we gone? What did we start? Maybe 3 feet. We got out of the got out of the canopy, and then immediately got stuck in the mud over here. We'll get out. I promise.
Oh no.
Hey, we got out of the mud pit finally. It was a lot of work and we're soaking wet. So, David, why don't you hop in and let's go around the block?
There are no seatbelts in this thing.
Can you get in? Scoot over, Otto. We did use up 1 block of battery.
Look at how foggy that windshield's
We're
getting.
doing 40-70 kilometers an hour.
Where's the defroster?
We're in the rain and it's not leaking. The reason I'm soaking wet is because we were outside of it for so long. But we are in motion still. The mailman? I'm sure he has a lot of respect for sad underpounding. I think it's pretty amazing, actually. It is, okay, the power levels are concerning a little bit. It is pretty slow, but maybe that's something we can solve. I mean, look, on level roads, completely usable. I don't know exactly, the speedo is not trustworthy because it still says we're going 46. I bet we're doing, what, 15? On the slight hill, 15. On the flat, maybe.
Well, it's probably reading in kilometers.
Honestly, the amazing thing is, see how the brakes are. Not bad, actually. Brakes do definitely stop you, they're not bad. Alright, this hill.
No, that thing is broken because it says he was doing 48 when he was at a dead stop. Did you see that?
So, pedal floored, uphill. We're going steadily. Walking pace, I'd say. But it is going. And
What?
I don't feel like we're necessarily going to stop, but I'm not ruling it out either. It's not bad. Okay, the defrosting, it does have a fan, but the defroster is not really great. And of course, the power issue is it doesn't have much power.
I mean, it's not a highway driver by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, if I lived in like a really compact, tiny city somewhere, when I think of it, oh my god. Why are they playing such loud fucking... The thing is, like, I don't know if they're in Seattle or not, but Seattle has a ton of hills. And I don't think this is going to be good in a place that has a ton of hills.
That cost $930. Or $1,200 with the batteries, which I'm sitting on. So weight balance is excellent because all the batteries are right here under my butt. So weight's very good. It's rear engine, rear drive. David, you said it looks like it has a differential, right? When we were stuck in the mud. Yep. It appears to actually have a differential. And once you get going on a on a flat surface, without an incline, speed picks up pretty quickly, as you'd expect. As something, say, that had no motor would also do. But this actually is, I mean, it's working. We are driving. It's a car. And the thing is, it feels, there's a lot of people in comments.
Porter potty vibe.
Talking about this thing, they were thinking it was going to be some flimsy-ass, terrible thing. I don't think it's that.
Wait, what? Hold on, what was that last one?
Yes. Terrible.
For the same money, $930, I can buy literally several actual cars instead of this? No. No, you can't. Not for 900 fucking bucks. Not unless you're getting, like, completely hollowed out shells from a scrapyard. You can probably do that.
I don't think it's that. It's got way more features than I ever would have guessed.
Although, I guess after customs and shipping and all that, he did say it came out to about $3,000. And if you're prudent and you peruse Craigslist fiercely enough, you probably can get maybe 2 old functional cars for $3,000. I mean, I got my 300 ZX for just a little over $1,000. I paid $1,200 for it, I think. So, you know, maybe he's right.
The extra lights on the roof rack, the fact that it has wipers,
oh no,
reverse lamps, any of that stuff is all kind of amazing for this car. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart either.
I'm very curious about the power output of that battery. I mean, it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool. It says a 3,000. Is that one of them? I legitimately wonder if they want this fun-sized electric truck. Okay, so they make a truck too, huh? I mean, it looks it looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool too. I'm sure. I think I saw. Oh yeah, here it is. 3,000 watt motor, a whole 4 horsepower, with a top speed of 28 miles per hour. These vehicles, you know, yeah, they're for like really compact, really like densely compact cities, or you know, tiny little villages somewhere. Or like a really large warehouse, or a really large facility. Like if you had a massive, you know, hundreds of acres of land that you had, like, you know, mixed uses going on. You had like a sound stadium for like some film and television shooting, or like I took my sister to a ranch in Wimberley to film a commercial that she was in. I mean, it was a big ranch, and they had to move around a lot. Now, they used ATVs to do that because, you know, again, it is a ranch. It's not exactly like, you know, a flat sound space. But if you did have a huge ranch that you could travel across that didn't require needing an ATV to do that, then yeah, you can get one of these little things for like $900 and be able to transport, you know, at least your gear, if not also, you know, your gear and some crew. Sit in the back of this little truck. You know, if you're a small indie studio and you manage to happen upon like an indie production company, and you happened upon like a cheap plot of land or something. I remember Justin and I many years ago, we saw some listing on Zillow for like some school in Kansas was for sale. As ridiculous as that is, we were like, You know, that would actually be really cool. So, and it was for sale for cheap, like it was pennies. You know, they were trying to unload this old school, this abandoned school. We were like, it'd be pretty cool actually to buy that and just turn it into like a big studio space with multiple areas that you can shoot things in. You convert the cafeteria area to a sound space. You can convert the gym into a sound space, the auditoriums into a sound space. And you can, you know, classrooms. You could, you know, do different interiors in different classrooms and just have them built out and, you know, swap out props and whatnot. Different things that you could do with that space. And that would have been a cool idea too. But like, yeah, if you could go somewhere, if you have the money to buy like several acres worth of land out in, you know, maybe it can't be too far out in the middle of nowhere. It has to be close enough to where people can fly in and drive out to it. But a bunch of land, and you need to get around. You spent all your money buying this land and outfitting it for production purposes. You probably don't want to drop even more money on, you know, golf carts and ATVs and you know, Jeeps and shit to carry all your gear. Well, here you go. You got a $900 mini truck that you can plop down on. It doesn't have a whole lot of horsepower. You don't necessarily need that, I guess. But I don't know, man. If this thing has 4 horsepower, though, what possible towing capacity could this little truck have? Like, I feel like you could put an iPad in the bed of this truck and be like taxing its motor. So I don't know. Maybe there's that side of the equation too. Like, you're not exactly gonna. Maybe you can't toss a whole bunch of recording equipment, cameras and lights and all that kind of lenses and all that kind of stuff in the back of one of these 4 horsepower behemoths and expect it to like operate with any level of efficiency. I like how it says Jeep on the side of it. Is it a Jeep? Is it a Jeep? Was that a Jeep? They've got a Jeep badge model that also comes complete with Explorer blasted across the... What? I admire the hustle of going after both Ford and Jeep at the same time, but come on, guys. Let's just choose a copyright infringement lawsuit and stick with it. That's funny. They just put a fucking Jeep logo on the side of it, and they have an Explorer... What? On the grill? Is that what that... Oh, shit, it does say Explorer on the grill. Oh my god. Shameless, man. Shameless. Absolutely shameless. No one's gonna be tricked by that. No one's gonna see that and be like, oh look, it's a Ford Explorer. Oh man, I mean, it's kind of neat. I like these little things. Oh god. Everything has to be loud. That's a really cool color right there. I love that color. Why'd I say that like Larry the Cable Guy? Now that there is a really cool color right there. Automatic unloading. Oh, look at that. You can just dump your shit out like a dump truck. That's kind of cool. This thing kind of seems like a little toy. Come on, show us what this thing can tow. Like, is going in reverse really that, like, impressive? I guess maybe it is. Maybe I take going into reverse for granted. Okay, well, shit, man. The Chang Li. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked what I said, what Justin said, if you like the content we're providing, if you had any kind of laughs at all, even if you hate us, if you hate my guts, if you want to stab me, if you want to say all sorts of horrible things to me, cool. Like the video, subscribe, you'll get fed all sorts of shit you'll probably hate, and if you like us, you'll get fed all sorts of shit you probably like. So Please and thank you.